Good morning, New Canaan High School. I'm Sean Manzella coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is Friday, May 11th, and a day A, and it's also Senior Skip Day, so I really don't know why I'm still here. But anyway, here to join me for the first time is Caitlin Piotrowski.
Thanks, Sean. It feels great to be behind the desk for the very first time. Figures the first time I'm here, it's Senior Skip Day. But as always, we have a lot to talk about today, including some graduation requirements, next week's AP exams, and all of those end-of-year concerts. But first, can everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seniors, well, those of you who are actually here today, if you haven't seen the email sent by the guidance office, then this is your final reminder to complete the exit survey, the senior exit survey. You can find the survey under the About Me tab in Naviance. This is a graduation obligation, so if you want to pick up your cap and gown on the big day, make sure to fill this out.
Speaking of things that need to be completed, if you have any late fees, you need to make sure that, well, you don't anymore. Anything from parking tickets to lunch fees to books that haven't been returned. You will not be able to graduate or receive your final grades without getting those pesky fines settled. So for those seniors who are out there and going on internship, this is especially important as you'll be leaving sooner than the other students. So make sure to clear those up ASAP.
Seniors, again, prom is right around the corner on May 18th, but today is the last day to buy your tickets. They go on sale for $80 a pop, so make sure to purchase them during lunch today and secure your seats at A table. Senior prom is at the Stanford Marriott as always, with the doors opening at 7, closing at 8, and going on until 11 p.m., followed by the school-hosted post-prom at the Waveney Mansion. Be sure to look out for me, as you can be sure I'll be there looking dapper.
As the first week of AP exams come to an end, it's time to think about, ding, 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 you got it, another whole week of exams. Speaking of which, we have the schedule for you right here. On Monday, there's biology and music theory in the morning, physics in the afternoon. Then on Tuesday, both calculus exams are occurring in the morning, with French and computer science in the afternoon. Wednesday, there's English language and composition and macroeconomics. Thursday is comparative gov and world history, along with statistics. And finally on Friday, macroeconomics, followed by AP Euro and Latin in the afternoon. Good luck to everyone taking exams.
Students of the month are in, and congrats to freshmen Gavin Bramwood and Sophie Salmini, sophomores Emily Knight and Tom Roscoe, juniors Daniel Liu, Tim Norton, and finally seniors Emma Barker and Cameron Blair, who probably aren't even here today. On to the faculty side of things, congrats to Ms. Cascioli, Mr. Sobolski, Ms. Hartong, Ms. Lee, Mr. Marinelli, and Mr. Quinn. You guys are awesome and keep up the great work.
This past Tuesday, the Spring Orchestra concert took place with the theme of 20th Century Masters, led by Mr. Fix. The program included popular songs such as Radioactive by Imagine Dragons and Seven Nation Army by Jack White. Then on Wednesday, the choir had their concert featuring songs such as Hark I Hear, Contemus, and Make Our Garden Grow featuring solos from the seniors. If you haven't already had the chance to experience the musical talents here at NCHS, be sure to stop by the auditorium at 7 p.m. to catch the band concert next Tuesday, May 15th.
Well, if concerts aren't your thing, there are still a ton of sports going on this weekend, including boys volleyball tonight at 7 in the gym.
You're right, Sean. Even though I mainly do theater, I do appreciate a good game every now and then. But for more information, let's head to residential sportsman Schaefer Jones. Schaefer?
Thanks, Caitlin, for that wonderful introduction. With the weather heating up and the leaves turning green, that can only mean one thing: spring sports. With that being said, let's get right down to it. The name's Jones, Schaefer Jones, and this is your Rams Sports Report. It's baseball season yet again, and nothing could signify that better than the sweet smell of the grass and crack of the bat. After a 3-2 loss to rival Darien on Monday, the guys looked to turn things around on Wednesday at home against Ridgefield. And being the stellar organization that NCTV is, we were there for every pitch, hit, and run. So let's roll the tape. In the first inning, the Rams didn't get the start they hoped for, as a couple of walks and hit by pitch loaded the bases, when the Tigers could take advantage with an RBI single from Nick Columbia and then a sac fly from Joe Pastor. Then the Tigers would score 2 more in the second, but the Rams would get back in the bottom of the inning as senior Grant Morris lined it to shortstop, and although it ended in a double play, Morris still would get the job done as the run scored. The Rams still trail 4-1, however, after 2, And after a short stop by Patrick Metzger, it was up to Andrew Jordan to shut it down and the Tigers to hold him there. Going into the 5th, he had 5 innings and not allowing a run and striking out 3 in a great relief performance. The guys did try their best to come back in the 5th inning thanks to a 2-out double play by senior captain Nate Pizzella and driving in Frankie Rampin being waved home by the coach, cutting the deficit to 2. But that's all the Rams could do as the Tigers took the game by 4-2. The Rams are back at it today versus St. Joe's and we hope they get back in this season with a good win here. Now from one diamond to another, the girls had a home matchup versus in softball, which also happened to be senior night. You couldn't have written a better story as it was the NC seniors who were the difference makers in this one. It was Allison Fitzpatrick's ground out RBI that gave the Rams the lead in the bottom of the 4th, and Jillian Kane's 11 strikeout performance that kept the lead throughout the game as the girls punched this one out 2-1. On Wednesday, the girls headed up to Ridgefield to take on the Tigers in what was set to be a good one. The game was a tough defensive battle as the Rams held the Tigers to a 1-run lead throughout 5 innings, but would eventually let this one slip away as Ridgefield would go on to win 7-1. The girls are taking on St. Joe's today at Waveney at 6:30, so they hope to turn things around. This past Saturday, the boys tennis team took on Trumbull looking to break a 2-game losing streak, and they did just that, soundly defeating the Golden Eagles 5-2. The guys would go on to beat Ridgefield and St. Joe's, advancing their win streak to 3 this week. But it would come to an end, however, as the Rams lost 7-0 Staples yesterday afternoon. The guys look to get back on track Monday at home against West Hill as they hope to get hot just before FCX next week. Now moving on to the girls who also beat Ridgefield 6-1. On Monday, they continued their great play this week by bulldozing St. Joe's 7-0. The ladies look to continue to take care of business on Thursday as the girls beat Staples on the road 5-2. They'll finish the season strong on Monday versus West Hill, hopefully. And you didn't think we'd forget Lax, did you? The girls played well in New York this past Saturday, where they ended up losing, though, 12-8 versus Longmeadow. Despite the loss, the ladies came to Tuesday's game against Brian McMahon, having won 3 of their past 5 games. After Saturday's loss, NC's goalie Cameron Blair looked to shut down the Senators on Tuesday, and she did just that. Blair recorded 4 saves while only allowing 2 goals in the second half. Not only did Blair show up to play, but so did NC's offense. Senior Braden Dial led New Canaan's offense with 4 goals, which helped NC start off strong, ending the first half up 8-0. The girls would continue their offensive strike in the second half, winning by a score of 12-2. Girls Lax, now 10-4 on the season, owes a lot of their success to their coach, Miss Woods, who was recently named Coach of the Year by CT High School Coaches Association. We spoke to Athletic Director Mr. Egan to shine a light on why Coach Woods is deserving of this prestigious award.
The way she treats her players and the respect that they have for her just leads to a real extended family atmosphere. And I think when people look at our program, other coaches look at our program, and people look from the outside, that's what they see. Yeah.
Well, that's it for me this week, guys. Back to you, Caitlin and Sean.
Thanks, Schaefer. Now, Caitlin, I know we've been seeing you in front of the green screen a lot recently, but now that you're up here at the desk, who's going to be over there today?
It's funny you should say that, Sean. We actually have a brand new person in front of the camera today. Now presenting for her first time on the morning announcements, we have Nikki Orendahl to give us the weather report. How's it looking out there, Nikki?
Thanks, Caitlin and Sean. It's great to be here. After the blazing heat we had last week, it seems like the weather's finally starting to cool down a bit. With chilly mornings and sunny afternoons, it's hard to tell if I should wear shorts or pants. Good morning, NCHS. I'm Nikki Orendahl, bringing you this weekend's weather for the first and unfortunately last time. If you notice in front of the school, it's absolutely beautiful out. The clouds may pick up in the early afternoon. As you can see, we're looking at a partly cloudy sky with temperatures in the high 60s and low 50s. It looks like today is a great day to head on out to the Mayfair, but beware, the temperatures will be dropping into the low 50s. Now, we've had a long stretch of nice weather this week, but it looks like tomorrow is taking a turn for the worst. On Saturday, the clouds are moving in with a 90% chance of rain, picking up in the early afternoon. Temperatures will drop into the low 60s and high 40s. Finally, on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, it looks like the rain is going to clear the sky. Temperatures will be similar to Saturday, reaching into the high 50s and high 40s. So be sure to get a nice bouquet of flowers for your mom. Well, Caitlin and Sean, it looks like the weather's going to be perfect for Mother's Day, so it'll be a nice day to head on out into town with your moms. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nikki. And now before we go, we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Rachel Panzano, Hannah Zimmer, and volleyball legend and freshman Gavin Bramwood. If you have any announcements, please be sure to email us at nctv78@gmail.com or tweet us at nctv78 a week before the Friday broadcast. This has been Sean Manzello.
And I'm Caitlin Piotrowski. Don't forget, teachers and students, progress reports are due next week. We leave you now with a clip from Tuesday's orchestra concert. Have a great weekend, NCHS.